Guys, welcome back to the channel. As usual, I am your host, Sellssi, and it's time to talk about the Afcon 2023 draw. The Afcon slated for Cote d'Ivoire in January 2024. The draw date has been revealed by the FA. We'll look at it today. We're also going to look at the World Cup draw. I brought you the format yesterday. It's an interesting format that has been brought out. Some saying that it could deny us the possibility of having our top countries in there. Well, whichever way you choose to look at it. The draw or date has also been revealed to us. We'll be looking at it as well. As usual, subscribe if you have not. Click on the notification bell to get more updates and purchase our merch. Links are in the description. Sahara Football merch, it goes a long way to help the channel progress. Now to the Afcon 2023-2024, whichever one you choose to call it. But the Afcon that will be held next year, January 2024 in Ivory Coast. Before I jump into the Afcon, congratulations to Senegal. They must be doing something right. They must have some structures laid in place for the way their football is developing and bearing fruits on the front of international trophies. It cannot be by chance, and many will like to draw parallels and like to compare, but they have done some work, and probably it's that work we need to check on and see if we can emulate that and not just the result out of thin air. The official draw for the Total Energies Afcon Cote d'Ivoire 2023 conducted on Thursday, October 12th. According to the Executive Committee of the Confederation of African Football. Now, the 24 qualified countries, including host country Ivory Coast, will know their path in the biennial tournament, with 2 matches to end the qualifiers. Champions Senegal, Ghana, Morocco, Egypt, Cameroon, Nigeria, Burkina Faso, Algeria, Mali, and Tunisia are all gunning for slots in the next edition of the competition. The tournament is slated for January 13th, which is on Sunday, to February 11th, 2023. So the draw will be held on October 12th, and if October 12th is the date for the draw, it goes to say that probably next month's games could be a friendly for the Black Stars, and that goes to show that probably one game will be played, another one will be played in the next international break, which will be in September. I don't know why that is. I would think that the qualifiers would be ended next month, but we'll see what happens. CAF have not brought out a calendar in that respect, but according to the calendar, one game in the qualifiers is supposed to be played next month. Which game that is the one versus Madagascar, which is away. Ghana go away first before finishing off in their final qualifier game here versus Central African Republic, and that's for the front of the Black Stars. The Ghana Black Princesses also in action this weekend in the Wafu Zone B Girls competition under 20. They will look to impress since Ghana is hosting the Babayara Sports Stadium. They kick things off versus Benin. There they had their training session. By the time this video is uploaded, that game would have ended, I am quite sure. And now the draw date also for the World Cup. I told you the World Cup format, 9 groups of 6. The top 9 will go straight to the World Cup. 4 second best placed teams will take part in a playoff game, where that one winner from the playoff game will go and play with the CONCACAF region to determine who makes the 10th position for Africa at the World Cup. 48 countries will be at the World Cup in Canada, Mexico, and the United States. And Ghana will know who their group opponents for the 2026 World Cup will be on Wednesday, July 12, 2023. The Black Stars are preparing for a challenging journey as they aim to secure a spot in the prestigious tournament, set to be jointly hosted by United States, Mexico, and Canada. The Confederation of African Football has introduced a qualification format that poses a tougher path for African teams. The continent will be represented by 9 teams with the possibility of a 10th team participating as well. CAF has organized the qualifiers into 9 groups, each consisting of 6 teams. The top 9 will go, and as I said, the 10th one will be determined by an intercontinental playoff. The CAF, in a bid to determine the 10th representatives for Africa, has introduced an additional opportunity. The four best second place teams from each group will enter a playoff stage. The winner of the playoffs will then face a winner in the CONCACAF region. Spanning a period of 2 years, the qualifiers are scheduled to take place from November 2023 to November 2025. The initial match days will be played in November 2023, followed by the third and fourth match days in June 2024. Matches will continue from the 5th to the 10th match day throughout 2025. The Black Stars, who have qualified for 4 World Cups, will be determined to make their 5th appearance. Ghana exited Qatar 2022 in the group stages, losing to Uruguay in their final game. Exited with Uruguay despite losing to them there. A revenge mission gone wrong. So that is it there. The first group stage games will kick off in November 2023. Match day 2 and 3 will kick off in June 2024. We'll know Ghana's opponents in the group stages of the qualifiers in July 12th. It will be interesting to see how the draw is held, the format of the draw for the World Cup qualifiers. Hopefully, Africa's best, the creme de la creme, will make it to this World Cup and do Africa proud through to the possibly past the semi-final stage. Morocco broke that jinx for Africa. Can anyone go a step further and get us a medal position in the World Cup for Africa? We'll see what happens in the coming days and months. I'll end with news from front of Afena Gyan. The General Secretary of the Ghana Football Association, Prosper Harrison-Ado, has said he is a national asset. Despite struggling for playing time, despite struggling at his club level, Afena Gyan is still considered someone for the future of the Ghana Black Stars. The General Secretary has emphasized the significance of the US Cremonese forward as a national asset. Now, he dismissed any notions of conflict between Afena Gyan and the FA, stating that the association fully recognizes the player's value to the team. Addressing the speculation surrounding Afena Gyan's decision to decline a call-up to the Under-23 Afcon qualifier against Algeria, Ado provided further clarification on the matter. Reports have suggested the 20-year-old forward was dissatisfied with his treatment he received from the FA after being overlooked. The FA has a body, has no issues with Afena Gyan. He's still a national asset and will be key for the team, Ado told Happy FM. The 19-year-old struggled to find his feet at Cremonese since joining from AS Roma in the summer. He looked to put to rest reports that suggested and laid to rest any doubts about the player's standing with the association. So Afena Gyan is still a national asset. He doesn't have any issues with the FA, according to Prosper Harrison-Ado. So that has been it for today. Talking to you today about the draw date for the World Cup and for the Afcon itself. October 12 for Afcon, July for the World Cup draw. The World Cup qualifiers will begin on November 2023. Let me know your thoughts in the comments box on this one. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great day.